What's up, guys? It's your boy Agnell encouraging you to try something new. Today we are in the kitchen. I'm going to be showing you guys a recipe that I found for the shredded chicken sandwich that I love. Personally, I've been making this for a long time, and I got it from this dude on Instagram. His name is Razi. This guy's like super fit and jacked and all this stuff, and he has like his own cookbook. And this is one of the recipes that I've been using for a long time, and I'm telling you guys, this is bomb. So I'm gonna show you guys how to make it, and I got my GoPro equipment here so I can give you guys like a POV experience of me making this whole meal for you. So let's get started.
All right, guys, so I got all my stuff here, all my ingredients here. We got some paprika, some pink Himalayan salt, and you want to be careful with this stuff because it's a little bit more salty than regular salt. Granulated garlic and ground black pepper, grated cheese. We got some like marinara sauce, pasta sauce here. Primal Kitchen, very good brand, but it's freaking expensive. And then we got some spinach here, some garlic, onion and pepper, and then the chicken breast right here. And this is thin cut from Sprouts. I like thin cut. It cooks a lot easier and quicker, and that's kind of important for this recipe as well. But we'll get started with the chicken here. Let me grab a knife here, cut this open. And first of all, you want to make sure that you wash your chicken here. If you're not washing your chicken, you is a dirty mother. You want to wash your chicken. Make sure the water's cold so the hot water is not gonna cook the chicken as it's in this bowl right here. Make sure your hands are clean. Of course, I always wash my hands before I start cooking. Don't be dirty. So I kind of just soak it in water a little bit. Pour it out. And then I want to put some lemon on it, lemon juice. This is stuff my mom taught me. Well, she didn't really teach me, but I kind of watched her prepare meat and stuff like that. And then we're gonna set this aside for now. I'm gonna wash my hands again. Now, let's grab a paper towel here. Here's a little hack for you guys that don't really cook that much. Just wet a paper towel, and when you're about to cut some ingredients, this is my little cutting board here. Put the paper towel on the surface here, and then boom, put your cutting board down. So now the cutting board has a little bit more grip. I mean, it's still kind of slippery, but put that there. But it's better than this. So you put this down, wet paper towel, it's got more grip here, okay? So let's start with cutting the onion. First of all, I'm just gonna make the recipe how I normally make it, but I will leave the link to the recipe in the description so you guys can check it out. What I normally do when I cook food for the first time, any kind of recipe for the first time, I'll follow the recipe, and then when I make it again, I kind of add my own twist to the recipe or just cook the way I want to cook it with the recipe in mind, you know, same ingredients in mind and stuff like that. But we're gonna start with the onions. Let's cut off this end parts here. And then what I do is I make a little chop, cut it all the way down here, and then peel the skin off, the outer layer, right there, boom. This is all garbage here. And all I need is a half of a big onion. This is a pretty big onion. I'd say it's medium to large size. I just need a half. Then we're gonna dice it. So we'll slice it horizontally, 1 and 2. And before I keep going, I'm gonna put a timer on my phone and we'll start now. So let me wash my hands again because I just touched my phone. You gotta be sanitized, guys, and sanitary. This is food you're handling, especially if you got a little shorty coming through. You wanna make sure you're cooking very clean and sanitary. You don't want nobody getting sick. Anyways, we're gonna dice the onion. So we already cut the onion horizontally twice. Then we're gonna do vertical slices here. Bang. And make sure you're curling your hands when you're cutting stuff. So that way, when you cut down, you're not cutting the tip of your finger. Because if you're out here like this, you're very likely to cut your finger like this. So curl up your fingers kind of like this so you can hold on to it and then cut. Boom. So now we cut it this way and then we cut it this way. So now we're gonna cut this way and voila, we got nice diced onions right here. Cut this part down. 1, 2, 3. Come on, man. I'm nice with it. I'm nice. I'm too nice. All right, so we got our onions here. Let me go get a bowl. I'm gonna put the onions in the bowl here. And guys, don't sleep on Goodwill. I got these bowls here. They're pretty fancy looking. I got these bowls. I don't know, they just look cool. I like the blue, whatever. These were like $1 each. If you buying bowls like that in Walmart, you're gonna be spending a lot more money than that. So don't sleep on Goodwill. Let's cut up this pepper here. Round and around. You spin my head right around, right? Get the middle part out, seeds out. Take out some of the rind right here. Take it all out. You know what I mean? Then we're gonna cut it in half. Take some more of the rind out here. Throw the rinds out. As you're cooking, guys, you wanna make sure that you're throwing out as much waste as you can in terms of like clearing your working space, okay? So we're gonna cut these long ways. Bang. Then we got some garlic here. Garlic's always tricky to chop up. But we need minced garlic. Minced or minced? I don't know which one it is. Minced. Leave it in the comments for me. I'd like to know what it is, minced or minced. I don't know. But anyways, what I normally do is I'll cut a little bit of the ends off of the garlic, because that's like all like the woody part out of it. That's the best way I can explain it. It tastes like wood. Again, cut the ends off. And then what I do with this garlic here is I'll smash it with my knife. So I'll lay my knife flat on it, boom, and then the skin comes right off, just like that. Keep your fingers curled. And I like to use like the tip of the knife here. Alright, so we got garlic here. Okay, let's get rid of some waste here. Clean as you go, because you don't want to have to clean up so much when you're done. By the time I'm done cooking, I'm like tired. I don't even feel like eating sometimes because I'm just so tired. That's that. We got a clean surface. Last thing we got to do is chop up some spinach here. And you can use spinach or kale, whatever dark leafy green you want, but I usually grab a handful here and chop it up nicely as well. Just try and like bunch it up. Again, keep your fingers curled, and then just like that. And what I'm doing here is I'm keeping the side of the knife against my finger that's curled up and just kind of pushing down. Shout out to Steve Moyer. That was my culinary instructor in high school. Went to a vocational school in high school, and culinary arts was my trade. It's very, very useful skills. I mean, we did a whole bunch. We roasted pigs. We made like a whole bunch of cheesecakes. We served the superintendent of the school district. We did a lot. We learned how to like run a restaurant, like, you know, ordering our first food order and coming up with a business plan and this and that. Like, we learned a whole bunch about culinary arts in high school. So shout out to Steve Moyer. Glad we can keep in touch through Instagram and stuff. That's super cool, and I'm glad you're still the same Moyer that's cracking jokes left and right. The same Moyer that keeps the class entertaining, and I can tell because the students are like taking pictures of their stuff and having fun and all that stuff. So it's dope to see the Moyer legacy continue. So shout out to you, Moyer. So chopped up spinach, onions and peppers, garlic, ready to go. So now we're gonna go back to the chicken. Now we're gonna season this bad boy. Let's get our seasonings here. We'll start with the pink Himalayan salt. Again, be careful. This is a little bit more salty than regular salt. Black pepper here. Here's some paprika. Granulated garlic here. And I'm about to mix that, but I'm gonna turn the heat on the stove here. And I put it on, I usually put it on like 5.5, 6. So that's like medium high heat, I guess. Avocado oil. And I'll pour it into my meat here. Not too much, not too much. Follow the recipe on that one. Because if you put too much oil, it doesn't really like saute it well. It cooks it very weird. I can't really explain it, but you don't want to put too much oil in here. Okay, and then let me grab some tongs. I'll grab some tongs and mix it all up. Once it's nicely mixed and coated, you're gonna get this reddish, orangey coating color on it. And once it's like this, it's ready to go. This is not completely warm yet, but sometimes I like to grab a little piece of chicken here and just touch the pot or the pan or whatever. I normally have a pan, but I don't know what happened to my pan, so I have to use this tall pot or whatever. It gets the job done, whatever, I don't care. And then I'll touch it. Oh, it's actually ready to go. So it's not super hot, but it'll get there. Grab this. Here. And I really don't worry about space in the pot too much. But I mean, this looks like it fits pretty well. But as it's getting hotter and the chicken's cooking, the chicken's gonna start to shrivel up, and then you'll have more than enough space. But yeah, so we have a little bit of the oil on the chicken here now. That's helping it saute in the pan. Let me turn it up a little bit more. And we're gonna keep this bowl right here. Don't throw it out or get rid of it or whatever. We'll keep the bowl right here. Put this over here. Again, get rid of waste here. Don't think we need the cutting board anymore. I've done chopped up everything already. So we'll leave that here. Start to clean up. As things are cooking, we'll start to clean up around the kitchen. Again, you want to clean as you go, just because it's a pain in the ass to clean up after you're done cooking. Especially if it's meals that take a long time to cook. You don't want to be cleaning after you're done. You don't want to have a whole bunch of pots and pans in the sink and stuff once you're done. It's annoying. So we're at 16 minutes here. Got the chicken rolling. And now what I'm looking for with the chicken is a little bit of burn marks on the back of it. Just a tiny, tiny bit of the burn marks, a little bit of color, and then I'll flip them over. But I'm gonna get this guy ready here. Where is it? Right here. And you're gonna need one of these guys, one of these mixers here. I gotta find the wands for it. Here we go. Put the wands on it. 1 and 2. And then we can mix it right here. And yeah, we're ready to roll. And at this point, again, the chicken doesn't have to be 100% fully cooked when you're ready to take it out. Ideally, you want it to be, but if you still see a little bit of rawness in the inside once you take it out, it's okay. But for that reason, that's why I buy the thin cut chicken, just because again, it cooks a little bit faster, more evenly, and then when you take it out, it's more likely to be completely cooked. Let me show you guys. So that's what I'm looking for. This is the color that I'm looking for right here. Just like that. You got in there. And so real quick, guys, this is the bread that I use for my sandwiches, for my burgers. It's organic burger buns. It has some protein in it. None of that crazy stuff on the back. And all the ingredients down here are organic. I mean, the carbs are still there as well. So if you're on like keto or anything like that, you probably won't want to eat this. But very tasty, very healthy bread. Again, this package right here, what is it, 8 buns? And it was $7 for 8 buns. So it's a little overkill on the price, but it's pretty good for you. We'll leave that there. Let's check on the chicken here. See the back side. A little bit longer. This one's almost done. This one's pretty much done. This one's pretty much done. This one still needs a little bit more time, but let's take these guys out. Let me take these 3 out here. Boom. Just grab them. Put them right in here. You know what? I'll take this one out too. That's okay. So we got our chicken back in the bowl. Let's take this pan off of the heat so nothing burns in there. Now, we'll take this bowl, put it here, and why do we need this? This is what's gonna shred the chicken, okay? So we'll make sure it's on, it's not falling off or anything. Turn it on low first, and then as it starts to shred, you can turn it up a little bit more to make it shred a little bit faster. But normally, what the Razi dude would show you on his recipe is to use forks to pull the chicken apart. I used to do that, but the forks, you know, me holding the forks and ripping it apart started to hurt my hands. For those that know me, I'm a dental hygienist. I gotta use my hands as least as possible, especially like the little muscle right here towards my thumb. This is what really gets sore after I'm using the forks to pull things apart. So I got me one of these and it shreds chicken super easily. I'll show you. So turn it on. And I just kind of like boom, boom, tap it, tap, 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 tap. Little by little, as the chicken is still whole, and it starts to shred it apart little by little. Push down on it a little bit. Gets a little messy here. So now you see this is what it looks like. There's still kind of a couple bigger pieces of chicken, so I'm gonna turn up the speed on it. Okay. And we turn it off, and voila, you got shredded chicken right here. Make sure you get all the excess on the wands. Now, shredded chicken's here, we'll put that to the side. Let's grab the pot, put the heat on it again. Now I'm gonna grab some butter, and we're gonna chop it up. Chop a little piece of butter, bang, put it in right here. So we got some butter here. Okay. Now we're gonna add our onions and peppers. And we're gonna let this cook. Use a wooden spoon whenever you're scraping the contents off the bottom of the pot. You don't want to scrape metal with metal. You'll get little metal fragments in your food. You don't want that. So we're gonna let this saute nicely. Nice little color on there. And this color on the onions and peppers is coming from the chicken that we just cooked in the pot. But I want the onions a little translucent, kind of like see-through, and it's not there yet. Because when this is done, I don't want to be chewing very hard on the firm onions and peppers. I want them to be a little bit softer. So I'll let it saute a little bit more. Might need a little bit more butter. Throw a little more butter in there. A little slab, just like that. Boom. All right. I think we're good now. We're gonna add the garlic now. A little bit of the garlic. Oh, it's smelling good. Smelling good. Then we'll add the spinach. Bada boom, bada bang. Make sure the spinach gets all nice and wet. That is what she said. Now, we're gonna add the chicken. Let me get a rubber spatula. And I got a rubber spatula because you can see I can scrape the sides pretty well of the bowl here, so I'm not missing anything. Add the chicken in. Bang. Yummy, yummy. Put it right in there. All the contents in the bowl. Okay. Now at this point we can put this bowl in the sink here. Let's get back to the wooden spoon here. Mix it all up. And then, last but not least, we're gonna put our tomato sauce in here. Again, very, very pricey tomato sauce or marinara sauce, but it's good and it's good for you. It doesn't have any added sugar in it. There's only 5 grams of natural sugar from the tomatoes, and then there's no added sugar in it, so it's not gonna give you diabetes on the low. All right, so we're gonna pour this in. And I pour it in until the chicken itself is a little like wet. And the chicken's not super dry how it was just before I put the sauce in there. I don't want to drown the chicken with the sauce, but I don't want to keep it too dry. And you kind of have to find that Goldilocks balance. And that's why I say follow the recipe first, just so you can see what the recipe is going to produce for you, and then you can adjust accordingly to how you want to make the chicken. Yeah, this is looking very, very, very good. It's kind of like a little sloppy Joe, but with chicken and onions and peppers and spinach. So this is super healthy. This is part of like my meal prep. So I'll make a whole bunch of this, and then I'll take some, probably like a scoopful or a spoonful, kind of like this, put it in a Tupperware, and put a little sandwich loaf or sandwich bun in there as well, and then there's my lunch. Now the beauty about this meal right here is that either way you can eat it hot or cold. I personally like it hot, but at work I don't like to use microwaves, so I'll eat it cold at work. You can throw this on top of like a salad, but I like to eat it with you know, sandwich buns and stuff. And at this point, once it's all done, you'll hear some sizzling, and I'm gonna add some salt and pepper to taste, just to make sure it tastes the way I like it to taste. Again, not too much with the pink salt. It's a little more salty. Same thing with kosher salt too. It's a little bit more salty. Regular pepper, black pepper. Stir it up. Little darling, stir it up. All right, now it's basically done. And I probably should have had the buns toasting, but we're gonna put the bun in the toaster here. Toaster oven. God bless me, thank you. You're welcome. Wow. Let's get some, let's get a bun here. And we're gonna toast this bad boy. Oh, slow. Slow. So here's the bun. Looks like a regular bun. Throw it in there. Get it nice and toasty. Stir it up. Okay. Now let's taste it. Oh, that's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. I'm too good. And one thing I won't do to you guys on this channel here, I promise you I will never lie to you. If something comes out bad the way I make it, I'm gonna tell you, yo, this doesn't really taste good. And even if it doesn't taste good, I still usually eat it just because food is expensive now. I'm not about to throw out food just because I don't like the taste of it. I'm eating it. Plus the gains, you know what I mean? I'm in the gym trying to get these gains popping. I can't waste food. So, not gonna lie, I'm not gonna cap to any of you guys on here. It's gonna be real. It's gonna be authentic. And, oh shoot. We're making food. So let's turn the flame off. And this is the end product, guys. Let me see if I can get better lighting. There we go. Look at that. Oh, that looks so good. Hell yeah. Wait till we assemble it. So now that's toasting. The bun is toasting. Give it about 5 minutes. You know, toaster ovens take a little time to toast. But now that we're done with that, we're waiting for this. We're gonna clean up all this mess here. And if you guys like a little spice, you can throw in some cayenne pepper in there. Just make a little spicy. This time I won't do it. It's here, and then wipe down the tops. I'll move this over so I can spray. Look at my spray. Ooh. It's getting a little brown. Got a little brown real quick. Let's flip it over in another minute. Right, let's take the buns out. Nice. Ooh, almost dropped that. Now let's assemble this. And it's gonna be real quick and simple and easy. Grab some chicken. Put it on the bottom bun, right in there. And put a little bit more. Okay. And then you can throw some grated cheese on top of it. Now, with the cheese, number one, you don't even have to put cheese on it. It's a masterpiece in its own self, but I like to add cheese. You can put grated cheese on it. My mind goes to provolone or Swiss. I don't have any of those, so I'm just gonna use this grated cheese here. Just like that. Boom. And that is it. Look at this masterpiece right here. Beauty. Absolute beauty.
So that's it, guys. Let me know in the comments if you actually end up making this recipe, if you add something or took something out of the recipe, or if you just enjoyed the video. Leave a comment for your boy. It's your boy Agnell, encouraging you to try something new. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. That's good.